All right. Sooner or later. Let me see how I make this look, y'all. Man, we got this is. I'm working with this doggone. Let me see how everybody doing. It's turning around for me. How everybody doing? Trying to make sure y'all can. Okay, y'all can hear me good. Okay, good, good, good. So I'm on here trying to doggone work with this. There we go. I'm working with this Streamlab. So that way I can stream to multiple places at one time. I got stuff very well. But it is what it is. How everybody doing? There we go. There we go. Let me check. Let me check my YouTube as well. I'm going live at multiple times. We gotta of course we always got the sale going, guys. So anytime you see me on, if I do a live, we're gonna have a sale going on. Okay. Okay, okay. YouTube is up. So I wanted to be able to go on multiple at one time. So what I'm doing now is I'm really just trying it out. You know, you just gotta rip the band-aid off sometime. But give me a second. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody day. Okay, I'm on live here too. Yeah. Now this gonna be the last one right here. Let me go check this. I just want to come in and say, number one, how you doing? All right, how y'all doing? Let me see. Okay, I'm on, man. All right. So I'm checking my volume, my sound, and everything, making sure everything is good. Sound pretty good, right? Like, I'm trying to check my recordings and everything. But how everybody doing today? I'm gonna get on so I can see your comments. I'm trying to check my recordings and everything. Okay, 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 okay. Palm Beach. What's up, Palm Beach? Okay, I see y'all. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Okay. What's up? What's up? Hope all is well. All is well. Good evening from Palm Beach County, Florida. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on, Jonathan? Please to be in prayer with me. I'm going to step out on faith and help. Jonathan said, please be in prayer with him to help build the kingdom. I'm going to do it scared. Yeah, that's the only way you can do it, because what I've learned is that anything that's big that you only gonna need the Lord for is gonna be scary. So we're gonna use it like Peter stepping on the water. You see what I'm saying? So Peter stepping on the water was a big thing, man. Like somebody tell you to walk out on the water. You know what I mean? And he lost faith, and he lost because he lost sight. He lost faith because he lost sight. What's going on? So yeah, the only way you ever gonna do anything big, you're gonna have to do it scared. Facts. Amen. Somebody. What's going on, guys? Everybody say sound great. Kennesaw, what's up, brother? What's up, Brandon? Good. How my boy Winston doing fine? Well, I got Winston somewhere by himself. Um, he doing okay. I had to move Winston away from where I had him at. So I put him in an isolation by himself because they herd animals, so you don't really want him by himself. So I put him back with all the where he can still see everybody. So that's cool. He doing okay. Winston doing really fine, man. He good. I went and bought some doggone hay, man, and this was crazy, y'all. I went and bought some hay, and man, the hay was making my doggone animals sick, man. I'm coming outside, Mia telling me, something not right with the animals, like they don't look right. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't know. So I'm checking them, and I bought some really cheap hay. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I bought some really cheap hay from a guy locally, and man, that hay was making my animals sick, y'all. I should have known better, but I went and picked up some. This that time of year. It's that time of year right now when you have animals that is tough. I'm telling you. So when you have animals, if you not cutting your own hay, if you not baling your own hay and storing your own hay, boy, this time of year rough. So what I'm learning now is want to get our fields together, our pastures together, and you want to grow grass and what they call you want to stockpile it. So you're gonna stockpile grass by growing it and let it just grow. And then during these months like this, you can just send them out there. It may be dead, but I'm growing some brown top millet this year, and then I'm gonna put me some winter rye. My goals is to have the brown top stockpile so much that I can rotate the animals off one field and leave them out there with the brown top, and then they can eat that, and then I send them back out there with the rye. So, yeah, man, it's tough right about now. So I found a guy, man. Let me tell you what I did. I found a guy today who was he the plug on the hay. Like, he's a real life farmer. Y'all might see on my page where I showed them plowing those fields, right? And yeah, man, they was, I think they said 70,000 acres. Like, they massive, major. And they out there selling peanut hay. So they grow peanut corn. They say they stopped growing cotton and said they probably finna stop growing corn. But they have the hay. So I mean, they selling the big rolls of bales of hay for $35. I mean, only thing about it, I have to go get it. So I'm gonna go get some more myself. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more. Yeah, I use peanut hay. So I'm answering Daryl's question, the last question I see. He asked me, do I still use peanut hay? I do use peanut hay, but let me tell you, there's two types of peanut hay. There's perennial peanut hay, which is along the lines of like an alfalfa. That's expensive hay. And then you got vine peanut hay. Basically, it's just the waste and left over from when the peanuts grow. And if they bale it right after they harvest the peanuts, it's good. And it's really just something to keep them full. It's something to keep them full. It is not an alfalfa. It's not something that's going, just do more miracles with your animals. But you could survive a winter with some peanut hay, and you could get it a big rolls of it. Big old. I don't know how heavy it is, but they're heavy. Big rolls for $35, and you can put it out there with your animals. And yeah, especially when it get cold. So perennial peanut hay, I actually talked to my guy Jay Eccles today about his peanut hay. I was going to go buy some, but it's tight right now because I'm just 100% buying everything for the animals. So you got to be smart this time of year, like for real, man. You got to be smart. So that's why this time of year when I got rid of my cows, when I should have just been patient, and just getting started, the toughest part about when you don't know the right people. So I know now I have the person now that who has the doggone hay. So I met him. I met the farmer that has the hay. So we're gonna yeah, I'm rolling with bruh, man. I'm rolling with bruh, man. He hooked me up. But anyway, yeah, hey guys, how you doing? Check in. He said I love life. Yeah, I'm working at it. I'm working at it. It's not all perfect. Like I was saying, man, I had some goats that went down on me. I had goats that got sick. I lost a baby. So I done lost 2 goats this week, man. I lost a beautiful male. I'm not sure what happened with him. He wasn't showing any signs of sickness. He didn't have diarrhea. He wasn't losing weight. I just came out there, he was dead. And I lost a female, like me and Skylar, like literally watched her die. I treated her and she still died on me. But we used to that now. Like I said, if you're gonna have animals, you're gonna have some dead animals. So you might as well get used to that. But yeah, it's tough right now, but I'm working on them, y'all. I'm trying to get them back up and running real well right now. I am, man. Right now, boy, I'm trying to get all my animals up. They call them small ruminants, sheep, goat, up and healthy right now, for real. But anyway, I'm just logging on saying what's up with everybody. As always, y'all know the sale is on right now. We got a sale of 20% every time I get on the website, Larry and Teresa. I could have swore, I thought I put it in the stream. Yeah, let me see. I thought I put it in the stream. And y'all be patient with me because I'm using a new platform, but it's better. It's better. It's a better platform. And it's going to be one of them things that allow us to be able to do better, create better content and stream better. So like right now I'm streaming to my personal page, my Facebook page, and both I got 2 YouTube pages I'm streaming to. You see what I'm saying? And I can add, I think 4 or 5 more or 6 more to it. So yeah, just be patient with me. Okay, I'm seeing the comments. Okay, I got a comment section over here. Oh man. He says, oh man, I just noticed the comment section, guys. I'm sorry. Wallace. Oh man, I see y'all. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I did not know that. I see all my comments on the side. This platform dope. I see YouTube and I see Facebook. I am doing good. Let me go back up. Hey guys, everybody who said hello, what's going on? Alabama in the house. God bless you too. If you say God bless me and my family, God bless you. Hello. Hello from Forest Park. Hello from Faison. Is that Faison, North Carolina? Yes, I use peanut. Hey, hello, Demetria Runnels. I'm sorry, I just lost a comment. From Ennis, Texas. You love the life. Thank you. You love the life we're creating. Tammy, is that Tammy? Yeah, that's Tammy. T-A instead of Y. My auntie named Tammy. So that's T-A-M-M-I instead of T-A-M-M-Y. What's going on from the A-Town? James Borders. What's up? Shreveport, Louisiana. Good evening, Connie. How you doing? I am okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Amen. Somebody. Thank you guys for joining. Wallace, my brother. What's going on? Hey, TS Sky 5280. Your first time listener, very new to agriculture in East Texas. Stick in there. I think agriculture is the way. With all the stuff going on in the world, guys, y'all see a lot going on. We have they saying they potentially gonna start a war with Iran. We're seeing, especially what they're doing in Cuba. I don't know if you guys know what's going on in Cuba. The people in Cuba, man, are being like, whoa, man, like they almost trying to wipe them off the face of the earth right now, man. They doing the people of Cuba tough. They being taken through it. So with everything we're witnessing going on in the world, guys, I do believe agriculture is a necessity. I don't think agriculture is going to be something we do for fun. I think right now a lot of us are actually being in the I think a lot of us are actually in the mode where we can choose agriculture based on fun right now. Like we can say it based on just want to know. I think we in the beginning stages of something that could be really not good. And I just want you guys to understand that I don't know, man. I just feel it. I just feel like we're going into some stuff that's, I don't, just straight demonic. That's the right question, the right answer, word for it. And you guys really should be thinking about growing your own food. And I constantly say this. And if you've never been on my platform before and you haven't saw me talk live or do videos, I'm very adamant, man. I'm excited and I feel like quickening in my spirit, man, that guys, it's time for us to get back to the basics. We've been tricked into paying for our very existence. Like water came from the Lord, the land came from the Lord. Like we gotta pay just to be here, guys. Like if you're in America, you gotta pay just to be alive, and you gotta pay to die, and you gotta pay when you sick, and you gotta pay to stay healthy. You see what I'm saying? Like America has turned us into the commodities, and no one want to hear that because it's the matrix. You gotta understand what the matrix is. The matrix is this lie. It's this big old this lie, man, for real. So I think we all got to get back to the I think we got to get back to the basics. I do, man. I think we got to get back to the basics, learning how to grow food, learning how to harvest food, learning how to grow meat, learning how to harvest it, learning how to take care of it. I think we're too complacent and too dependent upon corporations and the government. And I mean, with everything we're witnessing right now, I mean, you really can't. I mean, you're gonna have faith in the government. You see what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to all understand that when you see me posting videos about this farming content and this agriculture content, this is my way of doing what I believe God wants his people to know. And that is, guys, we getting ready to have to, no, it's not getting ready. I said that wrong. Guys, we need to get back to the basics. The food in the store is not good. Me and my wife went to the store my wife went to the store the other day and we were going to eat a salad, right? So I don't have any tomatoes. So she ordered some tomatoes and some lettuce. I said, okay, let's eat the salad. It was bitter. It was nasty. But the only way I knew it was bitter and nasty is because I've actually had homegrown salads. I've actually had homegrown lettuce. I've actually had homegrown tomatoes and cucumbers. So I know what it's supposed to taste like. But up until this point, I never knew that tomatoes aren't bitter. They're not bitter, man. They're sweet. They're juicy. Like you can eat them like a piece of, like an apple. Like you eat it like a plum. That's how tomatoes are, right? But up until this point, I didn't know that. You get what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to understand the food is making you sick. The I don't believe it's enough food in the store. Nobody wants to hear this. I don't believe America has enough real food for the people in the country. I know there's a bunch of shelves in the store with a bunch of stuff on the shelves, but I don't believe it's enough real food. So when I say real food, I mean go to the produce section. The produce section in most stores is really small in comparison to the Cheetos, the potato chips, all that man-made stuff, that ultra processed food. Go in the section where you see the sausage and the bologna and the hot dogs. That's a big old long row, right? Then turn and then go right to the next section where you see the actual meat at, and compare it. Like, okay, how much meat really in this store? You see what I'm saying? Then look at the veggies. How much vegetables are actually in the store in comparison to the frozen stuff, the bread aisle. You know, the bread aisle full of bread that'll sit there for about a couple of weeks, and then they take it back to the bread store. So bread don't last that long. So if you guys never ate fresh bread, which I think we all should get back to, we just bought wheat berries to grow to make our own bread, but bread don't last that long. So anything that bread that's in the store, man, that stuff don't last that long, guys. It don't, man. I'm just telling you, you know. So Daryl said, Larry, are you gonna put your get a John boat to put into that pond because you believe I have a lot of crappies in there? Man, I you know, I'm just to the point now where I don't want to buy anything else. I've been buying stuff for a couple years now. I don't buy nothing else. I just want to either trade it or work it. So I just got that saltwater boat. And it's an interesting story just happened with that saltwater boat. I know I'm getting off topic, but that original owner got in touch with me and said, "Where you get that boat from?" I thought they was gonna say I stole it. Did somebody I bought it from somebody who stole it? They said no, and they had the actual, it was a missing piece off the boat that they still had. So the guy was supposed to bring me the seats, but you know how folks be on Facebook Marketplace, you know. So I may end up just putting some new they got one of those cooler seats you can put in there where it's a seat, but then it's a cooler too. So I may end up doing it. But anyway, let's get back to the topic, man. And I want you guys to listen to me for real, because I don't think we being as what's the right word, guys? I don't think the urgency, the sense of urgency is there. I think everybody is like everything is fine, and our whole opinion about the world is being controlled by a media that's not telling us the truth, guys. All right, so I want you to actually research this because it's not on the news. I want you to look up Cuba. All right, look up what's going on with Cuba right now. Just look up what's going on with Cuba. And if you look up what's going on with Cuba, you'll understand what I'm saying. They have cut off the whole oil supply to Cuba. The Cuban people are now to the point where they don't have power because they don't have oil to power their I guess the generators or the reactors or whatever they use. The tourism industry is down because they don't have power. They have widespread blackouts. The people are now going to school in the dark. It's affecting the hospitals. It's affecting the tourism. All because when the United States took over Venezuela, they shut off the oil supply to Cuba. You hear what I'm saying? So you're just looking at the Cuban people going through that type of stuff being committed by this country. So it's no way our country can just continue to do this stuff and we're going to be fine forever. Like, we need to really wake up. Look at the Iranians right now with Iran. Like, they're really like any day calling for a bombing of Iran. Like, you really need to pay attention to what's going on. Everybody caught up in everything else. And when you look at the news is sharing everything but the right stuff, the stuff that really can help us as a people to wake up and get on board. Like, we need to really wake up. Like, we just here, man, and it's not even like I ain't heard nobody say anything about this stuff. You know what I mean? Somebody said everything is not fine. We need to stop focusing on things. We need to work on our own garden and share with neighbors. Valerie, that's one of the realest comments I've heard. Everything is not fine, everybody. I'm sorry, guys. I know nobody wants to hear this. So sometimes when you say this, it's going to be offensive. And you hear a lot of people saying it, guys. Y'all see this message going across social media. And I think God is using what they call the influencers in a prophetic manner right now. They're carrying that prophetic mantle because you see people who are preaching, they're not even teaching about this stuff. They're not even warning the people. And I really believe why they're not doing it is because I don't think they're actually tapped in. I think they're not tapped into what God is doing. A lot of them are just tapped into building their own kingdom. Now, I'm not a preacher hater, none of that, guys. I love the Lord. I really do. And I do believe God is got true pastors and leaders out here leading their people. But what I'm seeing is a bunch of people who are focusing on the wrong things, man. And they're leading all their people astray. When if you got 20,000 people that's willing to listen to you and you're truly tapped into God, then you have to know, guys, that there's a food shortage. You have to know that. You have to know that Tyson is closing plants all in America. The beef shortage, that's why they're selling goats at a higher price right now. They call them small ruminants. Why small ruminants are being more, I mean, I seen a lady just got $5.30 a pound for goats. She sold 44. They always average right around 65 a pound, 65 pounds. She got like $15,000 for them goats. You hear what I'm saying? That's meat. They're not buying the goats, and they were all weathers, meaning they was castrated. They come, so that was all meat. All the while, people are sitting around watching this and looking and not paying attention. So my strategy for all you guys is this. You can put your head in the sand. That's fine. I'm good with that. All right. But I just want to make sure you listening and hear what I'm saying of, guys, the world is at war and we're being controlled by the media. Our media is not sharing information with us, guys. They're not showing us, they're not showing things that's really going on in the world. You hear what I'm saying? Let me see if I can Google this stuff. I'm gonna try to see if I can get this up. And what I'm seeing is they're not telling us everything what's going on in the world. And I only can say this as much as I possibly can to try to stimulate somebody to listen to me. All right. I was watching a report this morning that was showing like, man, like, you see, the world is at war. So let me show y'all one thing. Let me see if I can find something. I'm gonna try to get it up for y'all and see. I'm apologize if I do something. I'm gonna try to get it up for y'all. But our media is not sharing any information with us. I'm searching Cuba right now, right? And I'm seeing some stuff, but not like some stuff. You got to go to, like, let me see if I can go to Al Jazeera. If I can go to Al Jazeera, maybe that's short. But guys, I want to just tell you, I'm sorry for the doom and gloom. I'm sorry that you guys, somebody may not want to hear what I'm saying. I'm sorry that you may choose to not believe. You have a right to not believe, but that's not going to make it go away. All right. That's not going to make it go away. Just because you don't want to believe it, that's not going to make it go away, guys. You may feel like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Okay. You know, I'm just trying my best to share this with anybody who will listen to me. There's a quickening in my spirit that the Lord really, I feel like God is just man, just showing and telling, like, guys, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Y'all hear me? My people perish for a lack of knowledge. And this not in the sense of where right now you don't know your word. See, because they done took that and they done took the word of God and put it in a box. So that's not because you don't know your word and you don't know. No. That's if the shoe drop and the grocery store is closed and there's no food in the grocery store, you gonna perish because you don't have no food. You do not have a food supply. All the while everybody was talking about it, you wasn't listening. You wasn't doing anything about it. You just heard it, but it didn't seep into your spirit, right? My people get sick because they're eating the wrong foods. That's the lack of knowledge. You got people, doctors, people on social media telling people don't eat these type of foods. People are still eating that stuff, right? You perishing. You're sick now because you're putting poison in your body. You're perishing now. You hear what I'm saying? My people perish for a lack of knowledge. So what I believe God is doing, he's using these social media platforms to get out the truth. All right. And the truth is, guys, the food supply is contaminated. Okay. The meat supply contaminated because it's being grown by people who don't care about your health. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about the longevity in you. They care about the dollar. So whatever way they can get the food faster to your table and fastest in the stores, then that's what they're going to do. Listen, they do not harvest food when it's ripe. They don't. So that means the full nutritional balance inside the food hasn't reached its nutrition. It's like a baby being allowed to nurse off its mama as long as possible. You ever seen a breastfed baby? A breastfed baby get big. It does. That's the same way with that tomato they pulling off the vine. That's a breastfed baby. So if you pull that tomato off the vine fast, it may live, okay? But it hadn't reached its full maturation. What was supposed to happen, it ain't happened. So how can it provide nutrition for you when it wasn't provided nutrition fully? You get what I'm saying? So we're perishing because we have a lack of knowledge. We have a lack of knowledge of agriculture. We have a lack of knowledge of being able to provide meat and grow this stuff for ourselves. That's a lack of knowledge. So when I talk to people, especially my city people, I try my best to encourage you to start a garden. That's what all started. Start a garden, my friend. Just start you a garden. And it's no excuse. If you have a back porch, you can do a container garden. Just grow some stuff in a container. You'll be surprised how much food one plant will provide for you. I mean, you'll be surprised. One healthy tomato plant, you'll have plenty of tomatoes. You know, you get 2 healthy tomato plants. Oh my goodness. You know, you can get a determinate. Now, don't do it indeterminate. You can get a determinate tomato plant. The difference between the two is one of them will just grow crazy and the other one will be bushy. You know, but you can get you to determinate tomato plants if you like tomatoes. You can grow them in a container. Grow you some tomatoes. Grow you some peppers if you like peppers. Grow you some onions if you like onions. Like grow. We got to get to the point, guys, where we're growing food. Now, all right, if you don't have the ability to grow food, like a lot of us don't. So I have to acknowledge this issue, right? So if you don't have the ability to grow food, what I would advise you to do is try your best to link up with farmers. I'm a homesteader. I'm growing food for myself and my family, right? A farmer is somebody who produces it on a large scale. I was on a farm today. All right. I was on a farm today. Hey, Texas, how you doing? I was on a farm today. We talking about somebody who eat, sleep, drink, everything. This agriculture, like straight up. They can tell you how to do everything, but they have it in such abundance. And like you want to buy you a truck bed full of watermelons, you go up there and get a truck bed full of watermelon, $25. You get what I'm saying? When people say man, it's too far. But we drive for, if you're gonna take a cruise, you'll drive far. You get what I'm saying? You'll drive far for the cruises. If you're gonna do something, you'll make it away. So my encouragement for everybody is this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. We need to learn how to grow food. Learn how to grow our own meat. We need to learn how to process our own meat. Like, I know that's to some people, but you grow a hog or you grow a chicken or you grow some goats or you grow and learn how to gut them, process them, hang them, you know, handle the business with them, right? Next, we need to learn how to preserve it. We need to learn how to preserve it. That's what a can starting at. We do. Felicia said, I'm always late getting started, but I plan on within the next week. Hoping not too late. It's not too late. No, the ground, we're gonna get another freeze and it's gonna be hard. So getting started, what you should be doing, Felicia, I just want to make sure I jump on. What we should be doing is getting your seed started for the plants that take a little bit longer. So if you're gonna go to tomatoes, you need to get your seed started inside if you can. You want to get your pepper started if you can. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Learning how to grow with your space, right? Work with your space. You can grow within your space. You get what I'm saying? And then maybe you can create and barter with it. You could take it and trade it off. Like somebody may not have a big old place and they want peppers, but you grew a bunch of them last year, or you grew a bunch of them this year. You take a 5-gallon bucket of peppers and trade it off to somebody for some sweet potatoes. Now you got sweet potatoes. You see what I'm saying? Then you could split the sweet potatoes up with somebody, and say, hey, I'll give you the sweet potatoes for those. So there's a will, there's a way, man. We just got to get out of this idea that it's the business people and the government's responsibility to take care of us, and it's absolutely not. All right, we all know that. You hear what I'm saying? So that's my encouragement for everybody. A lot of people don't want to hear this, and it's fine with me. All right, it's fine with me. But you got to, and God is providing. God is providing plenty of opportunities. You got YouTube. You got. It's no reason for a person to not be able to do this stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Well, especially when you got YouTube, you could go on YouTube and pretty much learn how to do everything. You hear what I'm saying? So these platforms are here now, but let's say all of a sudden they go away. You know, we ain't in control of that. I know we all think it is. We don't know. We don't know because we're not in control of that. We don't control how we get internet. We don't control how we don't control that. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know. One day we wake up, it's all gone now, all the information gone. We had a plethora of information available to us that we didn't take advantage of. Let me try to get to some of these comments, though. I want to get to some of these comments, man. All right. Frederick Brown asked us question: where do seedless watermelons come from? I'm being serious because I understand how it grows without. I understand how it grows because I'm being serious because you do understand how it grows without being seeded. Now I asked the watermelon guy this, right? I actually asked a watermelon farmer this. He explained to me that it's a pollination thing where they plant, and I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I haven't grown any. I'm not a watermelon grower, right? But I asked the watermelon guy, and I may get this a little wrong, but he said how they grow them is they take the seeded ones and put them on one row, and they put something, man. It's a way they do it. It's a way they do it. Forgive me, guys. Okay, I butchered it, but I saw watermelon place right down the road from me, and he have seedless and seeded watermelons, and I was asking him about them, and he grow them. They grow them, you know. So, and I, because we got all the conspiracies and everything. I was just asking him, like, man, where the seedless watermelons come from? And he explained it to me. Pretty good guy. So just got to do some research. I'm not an expert, so don't let me position myself, and I don't want to prop myself up like I'm no expert by far, guys. I'm a city guy, been to the country 4 years. I feel like this year is the first year that I'm on time. Like Felicia said, she always too late. This the first year I'm on time, guys. The last 3 years, I haven't been on time. I always been late, you know. This year, I feel like this is the first year that I'm actually getting a good crop of goats. Like, if you guys follow me, you know I raise goats. I feel like this year is the first year that my crop of goats is like, my babies is like, wow. I got a set out there that's like amazing. Like, I can't believe it. Like, how I always wished I had goats like this. My goats are puny, small, bad genetics. But this new set of babies that I have is like amazing. Like, amazing. So, I'm 4 years in, just now figuring some things out. All right. I'm learning a few things, so I'm not gonna prop myself up as no expert. So hey, he said, I seen a cartoon my daughter was watching one time, Roly Poly, and they were starting a garden and the children wanted to pick early. And the parents told them, if you pick it too quick, it tastes like a brick. Yeah, and I don't believe the nutritional value is there either. So you think about it. I don't think the nutritional value is there because you pulled it off the vine. They ship the veggies unripe, guys, and they want them to ripen in the shipping process, right? So while they being shipped, they ripening. Then they get on the shelf and they complete ripening, right? They taste bitter. They don't taste good, because they unripe fruit. They was never ripened. Now a vine ripened tomato is going to be great. A vine ripened any kind of fruit is going to be great because it's going to be sweet. It's going to be nutritious. But the business owners cannot deal with ripe fruit. They can't because they're going to lose. By the time it reach the stores, it done died. It's already spoiling. It has no shelf life. You get what I'm saying? So most of us, if we've never grown this ourselves or never eaten off a farm, we don't know what tomatoes taste like. We truly don't know what tomatoes taste like. I was born and raised in the city. I grew up. My grandma and them had gardens and stuff, and I was a little boy. I didn't remember nothing. So I always ate tomatoes out the store. And in Chattanooga, I had a friend of mine named Greg. I've been trying to reach him. I can't reach him. I hope he ain't sick or nothing happened to him, but I've been trying to reach him. And his daddy had a tomato garden on the side of their house. So him and I used to fish all the time. And we would go fishing and in the Tennessee River and catch them big old slab monster brims and shell crackers. And I used to like to fry them. So I would, when we get done fishing, we'll come back home. You know, I'll be dropping him off. And the daddy said, come here. I said, what's going on? He said, man, go out there and get you some of them tomatoes. You want some? I was like, yeah. So I went out there. He gave me the big old juicy tomatoes, big old giant tomatoes. He gave me 3, 4 of them, 5 of them, whatever. He gave me some. I took them home with me. That night, I had a little fry daddy. I fried up some fried up some fish. And I ain't had nothing to eat with it. So I just washed them tomatoes and sliced them and put a little salt and pepper on them. And I ate the tomatoes with the fish. Man, I could not believe. I mean, I think I probably ate 3 of them tomatoes that night. I could not believe how good they were. So up until that point, I had never tasted true tomato. And I believe that's what a lot of city people like. You don't know what real this. So we don't like vegetables because they don't taste good, because we're eating unripe, non-nutritious vegetables. You go to the doctor, they say you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't eat that, right? Fine. You go to the doctors, you've been doing right, you've been eating all the right stuff, you go into your stores, you're organic, you go into your good stores, buying the food, trying to eat it, but then you go to the doctor and nothing changed. Why? You're not getting the nutrition from nutrition dense foods. The foods that we're eating are not, and that goes for the veggies, because the veggies have been pulled too soon. The meat been injected with antibiotics. It has to be. Okay, I understand now what it's like to raise animals. If you raise a bunch of animals in closed quarters, there's going to be disease. Think about it. They standing and laying in their own poo, guys. You hear me? So there's going to be disease. They have to vaccinate the chickens. They have to give them antibiotics. So now the antibiotics are not working for us. We go to the doctor, they have to keep increasing our doses of antibiotics because they're not working. We got a strand of antibiotic resistant virus, well, bacteria that's floating around, right? Because we're consuming antibiotics on the day. Every day you're eating antibiotics and you're consuming it. So in order for us to even just be healthy again, guys, I think it's imperative that we learn how to, number one, tame our appetites, because it don't matter what you grow if you're still going to be eating junk. So you got to learn how to tame your appetite first, right? That's the first step in getting healthy, or just get this poison out of us. We got to tame it. We got to learn how not to eat junk all day. Ain't no snacking. You know, me and my wife was talking. We were talking and we were talking about something. And I said, all we have to do, baby, is just eat meals. Don't eat snacks. Our only snack is we eat popcorn. We don't do microwave popcorn. We pop popcorn. I don't even put butter on mine. She like butter. I put it every now and then, but I just eat mine. I learned that if you put olive oil, if you cook a little bit more, I'll put a little bit more olive oil in it where it's not really dry. When it pops, it'll be like more, have more of it won't be dry. It'll be an oily like type deal, but don't put too much down. I'm telling you. I got my popcorn down. So I just want to share this with all you guys who are listening to me, because we're in this stage now where we're in totally denial. There's so many people in denial. And when you try to talk this talk, you're a prepper or you're a doomsdayer. One of my lives we were doing the other day, somebody said, man, it's plenty of food. And I said, show me. Don't tell me. Show me plenty of food. If the grocery store closed, where we get our food from? So how is it plenty of food? Where the plenty of food at? So this is the delusion. The delusion is, man, ain't plenty of food. I can just go in the grocery store. Y'all remember during COVID when they shut the doors on the grocery stores? It wasn't no plenty of food no more. Plenty of food mean I got a shelf in my house with food on there. The delusion is that Walmart, Kroger, I don't hate to say their names. I don't want to, we all go to them, but they're responsible with providing food for us. They're not. That's not their job. And y'all are clear about the government. Now, we know the government has clearly said, look, guys, you're on your own. You get what I'm saying? So there's not plenty of food. Let's be clear about that. There's plenty of junk in the store. There's plenty of stuff man-made, enriched with chemicals in the store that you would think is food, because we've grown accustomed with eating poison all day long. I've been watching these guys talk about the American diet, how there's been an influx in heart disease. That's the number one killer in America, heart disease. Number 2 is cancer, right? Why? What we're eating, but you cannot tell people this. Like, people don't want to hear this stuff. Like, you talk to people, they look at you like you stupid. You like, you for real? Like, straight up, it's to the point where, and I'm not being critical, also critical anybody, right? It's to the point where instead of providing nutritious food for us, these companies would rather sell us medicine that, what they call them, GLP-1s or something, that blocks our food receptors. Instead of saying and trying to educate us about food, instead of trying to educate us about being healthy, educate the people. Instead of doing that, we'll give you a medicine that'll stop the doggone food cravings. They said it blocks the food receptors, right? So you almost don't want to eat because it blocks it. And I know it's plenty of people getting relief from those drugs. And I'm not a hater. I'm keeping it a buck. But what I'm saying is, the same amount of money that was spent in making the drug could have been spent in the education. Educating people about what not to eat. Folk don't even know what to eat. Don't even know what they shouldn't be eating. Like, I talk to my granddaughter Skylar all the time. I always talk to Sky. And every time she tell me about food, I make sure that I tell her it's fake. So if she say this, I say it's fake, Skylar. See, what you mean? I said, it's not real food. It was engineered in a lab. And they engineered it to make it be addictive and taste good. And also, ain't nothing in it. It's nothing in it. It's just taste. So your belly gonna get fat because your body don't know what to do with it. You understand? That's why it's an influx of type 2 diabetes, because your body don't know what to do with it. So it's storing all this belly fat around your belly area right here. You're having glucose issues because you're popping this stuff in your body that your body don't know what to do with. So I feel like, truthfully, all of us need to get to the education portion of it. Number one, learn how to eat, right? We need to learn how to eat. We need to learn how to eat to live, not live to eat. I was telling my wife that there was a time, anytime we had something or anytime we'll go somewhere, the first thing that'll come out of our mouth is what we gonna eat. You see, like, not we gonna spend time with people, not let's play a board game, not, hey man, I got Knicks on the spade table. No, what we gonna eat? So food been turned into entertainment. Remember, anything that God has created for our good, the enemy has created, it's gonna create its own demonic version of it. So God gave us this stuff for the nutrition of our body, for us to, He gave us this stuff. But the flip side of it, these demonic entities that's running this place have made what God has created for our benefit and created a demonic form of it. And that's what we all have to understand. That's the same way with marriage. That's the same way with sex. That's the same way with almost anything. Church, like if you look at the house of worship, what's supposed to be the house of worship, it's been turned into what we know it's been turned in. So what anything that God ever create for the good of mankind, the demonic forces of this world will create their own demonic version of it that's going to be to our detriment. You get what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to eat, guys. We have to learn how to eat, what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat, why we shouldn't eat it, not just don't do it, why we shouldn't eat it. You don't need sugar. I was talking to somebody the other day. They said, I got to have me something sweet after the dinner. I said, you getting ready to have diabetes. That's what that is. Every time I get done eating, I have to have me something to eat. You about to have diabetes, man. Like, for real. So sugar, we don't supposed to be eating sugar, not in the form it's in now. Do I believe honey is? Yeah, it's come from bees. Honey is good. They got all kind of sugar cane stuff. They got beet sugar. There's other different sweet sources, other than the refined sugar. Brown sugar is just molasses and white sugar. Brown sugar is not better for you. Okay, so you guys who gonna say brown sugar, no, that's molasses and regular sugar, guy. That's all it is. And that's why it clumps up, because of the molasses. All right. Brown sugar is not no better for you. They say pure cane sugar, but it's all to the detriment of your body. We don't have to have this stuff. Next, anything that comes in a package, it ain't good for you. Think about it. I'm talking about, you got to bust the bag open. They have to put air in it to pump it up. Is it good? Absolutely. Boy, I love me some, what you call them chips, them kettle chips, the big crunchy chip. Oh, man. And make them 30% sodium so I feel better about my decision. You see what I'm saying? Man, I used to love Reese cups. Man, cookies and ice cream. My kids, I feel bad because I raised my kids on cookies and ice cream. And I think all of them struggling with that addiction right now. Straight up. Napoleon ice cream and chocolate chip cookies. I done gave them up. My kids still eat them. And I can admit that I was in error, and I'm passed on bad habits to them. You see what I'm saying? And they passing them on to my grandchildren, and I don't eat it no more. I try not to consume any sugar ever. I try not to. I read the bottles, read the back of everything you consume. If it's in a package, read it, find out what they're saying is in it, right? If you cannot pronounce it, it's probably something you shouldn't be putting in your body. If it's something monothiol, man, don't consume that. Like, that's not from God. God gave us bushes and fruit and animals. You get what I'm saying? He didn't give us monothiol. People did that. So that's my push. We got to learn how to eat, right? We got to learn how to eat. All right. Now let's go to the next one. We got to learn how to grow. But in order for us to learn how to grow, this is the twofold lesson, right? We got to learn how to prepare. So the soil is just not going to produce anything. You got to learn how to get the soil ready, or you can buy soil. If you want to do containers, that's easy growing, because you do not have to get the soil pH level up. You can get dirt from the store. You can go to the store and buy soil, right? And put them in buckets. Put holes in the bottom of the buckets and fill them up. Put your plants in there. It'll grow. Now, if you want to do it on a larger scale, what I believe all of us going to eventually have to, it's going to be community gardens, family gardens, like family gardens. Think about it. All of us, my mother used to have, that's my great grandmother, mother used to have family-like gardens, right? But just imagine a family getting together and creating a garden, and the family is consuming the garden. But we all coming together, we planting we getting the soil ready, we planting the stuff. It ain't too hard on one person. We planting this stuff. We taking care of the stuff. We having one day out the month, right? You go out there one day out the month. Of course, it's gonna be some people who more tapped in because they live by it. Like, say right now, my son them came to me and said, "Pop, I want to do a family garden." I said, "Okay, let's do it. I'm here, so I can maintain it." And then one day out the month, we all get together. Then we have a family garden. We prepare the soil. So we got to know how to prepare the soil. We got to know how to get the soil ready. We got to know how to raise pH levels, lower pH levels. We got to know how to raise nitrate, phosphorus, potash. We got to learn how to do that stuff, NPK in the soil, right? But that's the lesson. We perish for lack of knowledge. We don't have the knowledge, so we can't grow food. We die. You get what I'm saying? Whereas this knowledge been available to everybody to get it for free forever, but nobody ever wanted it. We were more concerned with sitting in our office, working our jobs, getting fat, right? Going to the gym, trying to work out. We getting fat, getting overweight, going to lunch with our friends every day, or taking us a lunch or whatever, but we eating junk, right? We done let all this knowledge die away. The older generation knew how to make stuff grow. They all gone. Now they dying out, right? And we don't have none of this knowledge no more. So we got to go on places like YouTube to find it. When I guarantee pretty much all of us had access to somebody, whether it was a friend of a family member, or somebody who could tell us how to grow a garden, right? So we got to learn how to prepare the soil. Then we got to learn how to put this stuff in the ground, maintain it, take care of it so it can grow, right? We don't really want to use chemicals because we're going to consume the chemicals. So we got to learn how to do alternate ways to make it grow. You get what I'm saying? Then we got to harvest it. Now we got all these sweet potatoes to try to figure out what we're going to do with the sweet potatoes. We got all these doggone peppers. We got all these tomatoes. We got all these lettuce. What are we going to do with this stuff, right? Now here come the preservation of it. We got to learn how to preserve it, right? So now we got to learn canning. The stuff that we done let die away, what we should have been on. They selling us cans. Remember, again, everything God created will have a demonic version of it, right? So I do believe people had to learn how to store food. So there was some enlightenment that came from the divine, taught people how to store food. Guess what the demonic version of it is? The cans in the stores with formaldehyde in it. The cans in the stores with gazillion grams of sodium in it. For everything that God has created, there will always be is the own demonic version of it. Just remember that. All right. Just remember that. So if you see something that's godly, there will be a demonic form of it. Okay. So we got to learn how to can. We got to learn how to preserve, guys. We do. And we have to learn how to share again, because we've lost that. It's been dog eat dog. We all just focusing on ourselves. I got to get mine. You got to get yours, right? That's been the thing. Families can't come together. Nobody wants to be the one. Nobody cares. It's all about me and mine. I got mine. This crazy stuff, right? But all the while, We're steady just going along like everything gonna be fine. So the arrogance I see that a lot of people have is fine as long as the system hold up, right? So if the system holds up, then you good, right? So if the system holds up, you good to be arrogant, okay? You could be arrogant as long as the system hold up. But if by some reason this system fails, or by some reason the same thing that these people are doing to these other countries, they decide they want to do it to us. Y'all never thought that? They decide one day, you know what? No, no, and they want to do it to us. Then what happens? What do? You see what I'm saying? So we have to. It's imperative. The word say, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." Okay, this ain't just studying your word and being able to quote on faith is the substance of things, hope for evidence, the thing unseen. I'd have been young and I'd have been old. I never seen the righteous forsaken nor the seed begging bread. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. He delighteth in his way. Though he may fall, he will not be utterly cast down. He will be held by the very hand of the Lord, right? That's good. That's great stuff. But we got to learn stuff that's applicable to today too. You see what I'm saying? God is not in a book. That's what we got to get out of. Like he's not in no building or no book. You hear me? God is out here. These are his trees. The wind blow. You get me? When the rain come on the dry ground that we've been needing, that's the Lord. You see? But people trying to create their own demonic version of it. You see? People they know how to create. They call cloud seeding. They know how to make it rain now. Everything from the Lord, there will be a demonic copy of it. You hear me? So today, all I can do is share with you guys the best I can. Am I 100% right? Absolutely not. I'm not 100% right, guys. I am not a 100% expert. But do I feel the urgency? Do I feel this desire to tell you this? I don't know where it came from. Remember, 4 years ago, I was working in the city, man. I'm a city guy. I was born and raised in Atlanta. I was born at Greater Hospital. Came up 5 years old in Capitol Home Housing Project. My dad, LB, he gone. But LB worked and got us out of Capitol Homes. Took us to Decatur, back on Gresham Park area when Gresham Park was good, guys. Not this new form of this stuff that they done turned it into. Gresham Park, my mom and daddy split. We lived off Candler Road, on and on and on. I'm from the city. All right. I'm not a country guy. 4 years ago, I sold my house. 5 years ago, I sold my house and I took the proceeds and bought a place. For the last 4 years, I've been dumping money into this place, right? I don't have a lot of cash flow coming out of this place. Now, I could go sell this place at one time. I'm pretty sure we'll leave with a nice bag on us, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep us a place to go. You hear what I'm saying? So all we have to do is work together collectively to pay the taxes. As long as my wife and I are still able to do it, we're fine. Pay the yearly taxes on it. That's it. And we're good. We don't have to have lights. We want them. You know what I mean? The lights can be off, guys, but we got a place to go. We get us a generator, the generator out there running. We got solar out there running. I'm still working on the generator, guys. I'm gonna have to get a company out here to get my generator right. But we're fine. So we got somewhere to go. We have somewhere to go. We have a wheel. Got to figure out how to get it pumped up out the ground because the pump is electric. But those are workarounds if we don't have electricity. And then we're growing our own food. So we're growing our own food, vegetables and animals and stuff. So we'll be okay. Will we last the duration? Nah, you know. But we gotta start. We got a head start. I think we can go a long time. You hear what I'm saying? With growing grass. Growing grass for the animals to eat. Just 100% grass-fed animals at this point because they say we don't have any money to go buy feed. So now we're using scraps from the garden. We're growing gardens. We got scraps from the garden. We're feeding the animals with that. The animals, we're getting them as big as possible, right? I would try to grow corn. You know, worst come to worst, I just get a nice batch of corn growing and then a field of corn and just try to feed animals corn. You see what I'm saying? And let them eat bushes and stuff. And then we can feed our animals. And now the animals can feed us. You hear me? And the animals can feed us, and then from there we can eat out the garden. So I think we got a head start, but we're no way by far perfect. You get us? So I just want to encourage God's people. I want to encourage you guys. There's a time and a season for everything. I think the season that we've been in for the last so long is coming to an end. We're witnessing all kind of chaos and confusions. The Bible say in the end time there'll be this and that, right? We're witnessing a lot of that stuff, but it also said that we're gonna go through some struggle. Like we gotta go through that struggle. Um, yeah, and we have to prepare ourselves for potentially going through struggle. If you got ears to hear and a heart to receive, I would advise you guys to just simply start taking your food. No, okay. Number one, take your health serious. I have to put that in its proper perspective. Stop consuming anything, just putting anything in your body, right? Once you take your health serious, you're gonna realize how much how hard it is to eat right out of the stores, right? It's really hard because stuff you think is healthy ain't healthy. You get it? You thought you was doing fine. You went back to your doctor and your stuff still wasn't right. Why? Because you eating trash veggies, right? The stuff you eating is enriched. They don't remove all the nutrition from it and add it back. You see? So, number one, take our health serious. Don't just put anything in our bodies. That's a big hurdle for a lot of people, man. A lot of my brothers, man, women be more health conscious than men. I could say that. Women take their health more serious than men. Like women will go to the doctor. A woman will get an ache and be like, I'm gonna call my doctor. You know what I mean? Bro, we walk around here, arm in a sling, but like got stage 8 something and just still ain't went to the doctor, right? So trying to get my brothers to the point where we understand that your family needs you. We need you for the long run. We don't need you just for a short 50 years or 65 years because you're drinking what you want, eating what you want, smoking what you want, doing whatever you want. Now, when you care, it's too late, because it took you 30 years to get sick. And now you can't get rid of it in the 5 years. You can't get rid of it in 3 years. It took you 30 years to get sick. Your habits over 30 years got you sick. You get it? So now you want to get rid of it and you say, okay, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to stop smoking. It took you 30 years to get sick. Use your logic. Am I going to be able to get unsick in the next year? It's going to take you a while to get rid of that stuff, if ever. You see? So I try to talk to my brothers, but they don't listen. A lot of you brothers don't want to listen. When I say, bro, stop eating the fried food, bro. You got to stop eating out, man. Don't go to no Popeyes chicken, man. And if you have to have fried chicken, fry it yourself and use olive oil. Don't use seed oils. Use a oil that made by a real plant, not a seed oil. They frying it with vegetable oil. You know what I mean? And they frying it with canola. Don't use those oils. I say, bro, don't eat fried chicken like that, bro. You need to let that go. Bro, we need to cut out sugar. Sugar, the big one. Bro, we need to cut out sugar intake down. Don't want to hear that. Bro, you need to stop drinking. Don't want to hear that. For some reason, we've been convinced that alcohol good for us. This is scripture. Paul even said that a little wine for the belly. Man, they weren't talking about Bud Light, bro. They was not talking about Hennessy. They were not talking about Casamigos. They weren't talking about Patron, whatever, man. They weren't talking about any of that stuff. Okay. So let's get our mind out of it. It's poison. That's why we had the Great Prohibition in our country. Y'all remember that? You go read about it. They actually outlawed alcohol in our country. That's how bad alcohol is for us. Some people, enlightened people, say we're gonna outlaw it. And they, of course, it were bootleggers and they still had it, but they outlawed it because it was that bad. Now we're an alcohol ran country. Every time you cut on the TV, somebody got a little something. They swirling around, make you want to go get a drink. Man, don't get me something to drink. You see? So, bro, stop drinking. Bro, stop smoking. You need to let the smoking go, my friend. It's gonna kill you. Right when your kids get to the point where they need you the most. Your son needs you in his 30s. He do. Your son don't need to be in this world. If he can make it, if your son can keep you to his 50s, that you know how much help you will be for your son and your daughters. They need you. Your future son-in-law, your daughter gonna marry somebody who may not have a dad, and you got to be his dad. You hear what I'm saying? So you being here as long as possible is vital to the growth and the development of the family. We need you, bro. We do. We need you. Who else gonna get up in the middle of the night and go change your daughter tie? You see, who else gonna pick up the phone and call your son and say, "Hey, man, yeah," your son can call and say, "Man, he don't know what to do," and he can call you so he won't look stupid. You see, he don't know if he should do this and that. He needs you. So how are you going to be there for him in his most vital years? 18, 19, 20, those are not his most vital years. I believe when they get in their 30s, when they actually will listen to us, that's when it's their most vital years. When they get in their 30s and they get out of that arrogant and that dumb stuff that they had going on in their mind in their 19, their teens and their 20s, and now they 30. Life done humbled them a little bit. Now they done seen some things. They done had some friends die. They done learned stuff. They realize where they should be at life. And some of them may be there and some of them may not be. So this one they'll listen to us the most. And you sick because you chose to keep smoking for the last 35 years. And nobody can tell you that. How my daddy was. I love LB. My daddy would not listen. You can't tell me it's the cigarette, it's the Agent Orange, because he went to Vietnam. I said, Daddy, it may be the Agent Orange, but the doctor just told you need to stop smoking cigarettes. I don't want to hear it. All the way up until he died. He was using the oxygen and the cigarette at the same time. If y'all see the picture I posted, he got the pack of Benson and Hedges in his thing. My daddy bought cigarettes by the carton. My dad didn't buy no one pack. He bought a carton of cigarettes every time. He was a chain. He just sit and smoke, So right now, I'm 40. Finna get ready to go into my 50s. Just imagine if he was still here, being able to help me, guide me. I'm out here on the farm. He come out here, man, spend a week with me, helping me, just out here, just kicking it. He ain't even got to do no work. Just sit on the truck and talk jump, But he gone at 67. And he might have would have left, been gone on 67 anyway, but we won't know. We don't know, right? So my brothers, your family needs you. I always try to talk to my brothers and tell them. My sisters, listen, my sisters struggle with food. Y'all struggle with food. You know it. Eating. Listen, stop eating for fun. You and your girlfriends hook up. First thing y'all want to do, go eat. Stop eating for the fun of it. It's not good for you. It's not, man. Oh, I want to go to that new restaurant. No. That's why they got these GLP-1s. It's for sisters, women. They do. Brothers are taking it too. You got plenty of men taking it, but it's primarily for women. Am I right? Right? Primarily women taking it. Now, I'm not saying it's not men taking it. Yes, you got plenty of men taking it, but that is marketed towards women. The We Groovy commercial. Oh, and ever since my journey, and I started taking We Groovy, the side effects may be you consult your physician, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? We don't know what the side effects are because these are the lab rats. Everybody taking them right now are the test subjects, the live human test subjects. So it may be like blah, blah in the next 5 years. Stay away from that. Have you contacted mesothelioma did you try you see what I'm saying? We're the lab rats. But the truth of the matter is, if we learned how not to eat just for the sake of eating, learned how not to eat for fun, then guess what? We wouldn't have these issues. I'm just big bone. Now you ain't. You eat too much. You do. You eat too much of the wrong stuff. That's all it is. Yeah, you do. So that's my encouragement to everybody. Whether you want to receive it or not, I respect your opinion. I do. I respect your opinion and respect your right to live your life like you want to live your life. But I do feel like that we're super selfish. A lot of selfish men, a lot of selfish women. Bro, you're selfish. If you're going to sit here and drink yourself to death, smoke yourself to death, you're being selfish. Your grandchildren are not going to get a chance to learn from you because you're going to be sick. All they're going to remember is the sick granddad over there. Oh, yeah, I remember him. He was sick. Right? You're being selfish. Okay. So that's why this influx of dialysis, an influx of diabetes, an influx of all these clinics. Like I said the other day on my live, guys, you can almost go to every city and every town, and there's gonna be these clinics there, right? Whether it's in the next town over, then in the next town over, you may see an influx of them. Like they don't even have regular jobs. Everybody there work in the medical industry some kind of way because all they got is opening clinics, urology, imaging, lab, hospitals, all kind of oncology, all this stuff, right? Why? Because people are getting sicker and sicker. Why? Because people don't want to listen when people trying to tell them to control what they put in their mouth. You need to control what you put in your mouth. You do. All right. I'm not criticizing you. I'm telling you the truth. If you eat for fun, that's a problem. Yeah, when you don't have nothing to do, if the first thing you think and make you something to eat, that is a problem, right? That's a problem. So just admit that I may have a problem, just like with drinking. I'm the first one to tell you I used to have a drinking problem, guys. I did. I used to drink. I used to be at work, and all I could think about was that cold beer, that first cold beer when I get off work. Boy, I'm trying to taste it right now. I'm getting excited right now thinking about it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? A Heineken in the bottle. I got to the point where this is what I was drinking. I used to love my Heineken in the bottle, right? But I always had to have me some liquor too, right? I love me some old brown liquor. I love white liquor too, man. But give me some brown. Give me some doggone cognac. I would drink something. I ain't like VSOP too much. It was too strong. But I didn't like it's the one in the middle. I forget which one it was. The X. I used to buy expensive liquor because I was an expensive drunk, but still a drunk, right? So then I got to the point where the Heineken was too redundant. So I would drink me a Heineken and drink me a Bud Light because for some reason the Bud Light wasn't really that good. It was just bland. But when I drank that Heineken, then I drank that Bud Light, it just made it offset it. I started eating chocolate and beer. I would eat me some chocolate and drink some beer. Loved it. Then after I got to the point where because we never satisfied as a people, right? So after I got to the point where I was drinking so much every day, every single day, I started with 2 beers a day. That was my limit. 2 beers. I drank me one, knock it back real fast, and the other one I'm chilling. Then I went to 3. All right. Then from the 3rd one, and I went to some yak. I had drank me some yak. All right. Yeah, I was doing that every day until just God allowed the Holy Spirit. That's the thing about being connected with God. His Holy Spirit will convict you. And when the conviction comes, that when changes come. It'll cut you. Conviction. That's what we're asking for. When we praying to the Lord, we're asking for him to do his will in our life, but we really want that conviction. It make you feel bad about doing it. And that's how some people are when they eat. You got guilt, right? You're eating the wrong stuff. You know you're eating the wrong stuff. But then after you eat it, you sitting there like this here now, feeling bad. You see? So I was a drinker. And I'm the first one to tell you that. I'll never be. I posted a video on my other page the other day. I was drunk doing a video talking about the Lord. I ain't ashamed of that. Yeah, I shared it. And I said I was most definitely drunk, but even the Lord can use, but God can use a drunkard. If you're not following my regular Larry Brown Jr. page, I got a Larry Brown Jr. page. Okay, baby. My baby said the food done. I got you. Thank you, honey. So if you're not following my I'm about to get off, y'all. But nah, you ain't gotta bring it to me. Thank you though, love. I'm coming, love. My baby said the food done. But if you're not following my Larry Brown Jr. page, I try to share different stuff. So I shared on my other page that I was drunk. I'm on there talking about the Lord. Look at him. And the Lord, I'm drunk. I know I was drunk. I do because I can look at myself. Y'all say I'm talking like this now, right? And love you too, honey. I know how to talk. I know how to put words together, whatever, right? But I was struggling. I was drunk. You get what I'm saying? And I did that every day, especially after KVD died. That's my daughter. A lot of y'all asked about her. She was murdered. Somebody shot on the freeway, coming down the freeway one day, shot her. They don't know who did it. It was an influx of shootings on the freeway at the time in Atlanta. God gonna do something with that. It's gonna be something happen. For real. But it was a lot of people got shot on the freeway in Atlanta at the time. 2021. You know, people getting shot on the freeway in Atlanta. Like, go do your research. You'll be surprised how many folks got killed on the freeway. So my daughter was one of them. And at that moment, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, my coping was getting drunk and high. All right. I was just doing weed and I wasn't smoking it, but I ingest it. Like I take it, like put it in a little put it in something and I take it. I'm high, you know. So I'm getting high and I'm getting drunk every day. Every day. But I'm a functional, like I ain't like it's nah. I'm kicking the bobo. You see what I'm saying? I'm having fun, I'm having a good time. But that was my way of coping with her loss, right? As a dad or as a man, the worst thing to ever feel is like you can't help them. I can't help you. So if you see a child locked up, you know, you could buy them a lawyer. You see them in a hospital, you could try to get them better health care. But when your child died or they laying in there with her because she was messed up, right? Ain't nothing I could do, and I felt helpless. I turned to the bottle. I started drinking. Now, and I did that up until I moved to the farm. I still was drinking. You get what I'm saying? So I had to learn. Number one, let me say this. The Holy Spirit had to convict me that I was tripping. I was wrong. And he put that sense of urgency in my heart that I need to stop. And I quit, then I start back. I quit, then I start back. I quit, then I start back, right? And I didn't never fully quit. I quit and I'll be done for 3 weeks and I start back. To finally, I said, I gotta kill it, y'all. And that's what I did. by the grace and mercy of God, I thank God for the ability for me. I've always had this ability to walk away from stuff. I walked away from cigarettes. Um, I've always had that ability, and I'm giving that honor to God, right? I'm giving Him the glory. I do not want the glory for that. Like when you see me say, I almost had no. God worked that in me. Like I've had that ability, so I thank Him for that because I see people who can't, and I sympathize with them because unless you're going through that, you don't know what that feels like. You get what I'm saying? So I pray for your strength in the Lord, that you have the ability to walk away from what you need to walk away from that's destroying you and killing you. All right. That's going to make you sick. That's going to hurt you in the long run. Okay. I pray for you for that. I really do. All right. My wife texts me. I got to go. My wife just texted me and said the food ready. And you know, when your wife cook for you, you better get off and immediately go run and eat that food and give her comments on that food. And that's what's about to happen. But I got to get out of here, guys. I appreciate all y'all for watching. I do, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. And I'm gonna do more of these. Sit down in front of here, talking head. Y'all say I got to get my area. We be using this area for everything. Excuse the mess, them boxes of books and all kind of stuff back there. But I'm keeping it real with y'all. I don't want to be a faker. I'm real. I'm gonna show y'all what's really going on with me, you know. But yeah, we'll clean all that up and make it nice and neat next time. Do a sit down video. I'm gonna bring my wife on next time. So the reason why I got this thing right here, this lab thing that I have, I paid for it. She gonna be able to get on in her computer in the house because she in the house. I'm in the office, but I didn't want her to have to be sitting right here with me, and I want her to have the comfort of her own desk in her office, her own lights and stuff where she could do it. So that's what I plan on doing. But we're gonna do more of these, and we're gonna get back to it. All right. So listen, y'all be blessed. Thank y'all for watching, joining. I hope something I said helped somebody. If it ain't, then chew the meat up, spit out the bone. Use what worked for you. Don't work for you. Throw it away. All right. This Larry, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all next time, man. Thank y'all for watching. And remember, all the products, you know what? I put the products on 20% off, man. I really did. I forgot to do it, y'all. So if you didn't buy anything, thank you. I forgot to do it. Got so excited, didn't do it. Y'all be blessed, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all next time. Okay. This Larry. Peace.